Yeah, I ain't gonna say who's on the beat, cause you should know it by now. Check it. Hey yo, music's on my mind, like my 59, 50, I ain't lying. Check it. Yo, this ain't a fitted song, this a get with it song.
Yo, what up?
Yo,
BTV Sports, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Yo BTV Sports, live from Bravery Studios. I'm Jason and Ugo, that's Ugo Boy, and we got some special guests in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to June Pierre and be the analyst of Off the Top Sports Radio. What is going on, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up, boys?
How you?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good, man.
And Bravery Studios and A Squabble Radio have unified.
Yes.
Assemble!
Yes.
We got the Avengers here. So, fellas, first off, thank you guys for showing up. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you guys being fan of the show, and we've also been a fan of your show as well for quite some time. Also, I want to also take this time to give a big shout out to Kyrie Williams for putting this all together, and also big shout out
the goats.
and big up to our sponsor, New York Posse. Let's take a second to talk about our partners, New York Posse. New York Posse is a brand that strives to inspire and push creative culture forward. Check out all of their outstanding apparel at NewYorkPosse.com and follow them on social media. You could also purchase New York Posse apparel at Levitate in the American Dream Mall, as well as Palisades Mall, Butterfly in Yonkers, and many other locations throughout the tri-state area. So, before we continue on with the show, fellas, let's get the audience familiar about who you guys are and what you're doing, so on and so forth. So, first and foremost, you guys have been doing Off the Top Sports Radio for how long now?
The show has been going on for 7 years.
Round of applause.
Longevity is key. Longevity is key, people.
Very much key.
You love to see it.
Yes,
love to see it.
We live every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We like he mentioned, man, been doing it for 7 years. B got on like 6 years ago, But man, talking sports, man, all types of sports from pros, college, high school. We really deep in high school.
Oh, so you guys really go in.
Yeah, we go in. That was our way of giving back to the youth.
I love that.
Getting into the high school games.
Yeah. So how about your fandoms? Like, all right, so I'm under the impression that football is king. It's going to be the number one sport.
Sport in America. Of course. That's what we
so, to my understanding, we got a fellow Cowboy fan here as well.
Let's go!
Let's get a how about them Cowboys?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
man, listen, I'm a Jets fan, so I'm a masochist, so I'm used to this kind of pain anyway. But yeah, you're a Giants fan.
Giants fan.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't have any Giant drops yet.
Oh, man. We gotta update that.
No, don't worry. They're never coming. It's never happening.
You sure about that?
As long as I'm here, hell no. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So, Cowboy fan, Giant fan. How does that dynamic work? Because
it works.
It works. I'll tell you, it works.
It works. For just 2 times out the year, though.
But we do go at each other, and it helps for our ratings and things like that. People love to see people arguing the drama, right?
Well, you know what? It could be worse. At least neither one of you are Eagles fans or a fan of the Commanders, Washington Commanders.
Right. Goodness.
Yikes.
All right. But also, as far as like, did you guys play any sports at all? Did you do any collegiate, or were you just guys like Sandlot, kind of like me?
Not high school sports. Yeah, definitely played high school sports. Shout out to East Orange.
Yeah. Played for Orange, man. Shout out to Orange High School. Mighty Tornadoes.
As well.
Played football my freshman and varsity year, and I didn't play too much basketball. Played in my freshman year, but
What position in football?
Outside linebacker.
Okay.
I love defense.
Oh, y'all looking at me like, what position did you play?
All about that team.
I mean, I wasn't always this size, but I played receiver.
So, obviously, you've been with the show first and foremost, and then afterwards he came along. So, I guess when you started the show, like, what was the inspiration behind it? Because, like, a little bit of backstory between us, like, we are both sports fanatics, and we have our own platforms, but we just decided to get together, thanks to Marv of Bravery Studios, and we created Yo BTV Sports and so on and so forth. But you guys, you specifically have been in through it since the beginning. So what actually inspired you to want to get into it? Because it seems like you got into it before podcasts actually became the it thing for everybody.
Right.
So it all started. I used to do my live Facebook live shows on every Monday after Sunday football, and I called it June's Monday Quarterback, and
nice.
this lady named Tiffany Barker. She used to work at 8 Square Radio. Shout out to 8 Square Radio, Zay and the guys over there. They, so watch one of my shows, and it was like, you know what? We looking for a sports guy on the radio station.
Nice.
And I went up there that Thursday, and that following week we did a show, and they fell in love with me. And from there, we just started doing shows. Then, like I mentioned, I had other co-hosts that first year. First of all, B was the first person I contacted when they told me to look for a co-host. But we used to do the shows on Mondays,
right?
Early in the afternoon at 12, and B.
I was working in the educational field. I'm like, I can't get out at that time.
So we moved the show to Tuesdays in the evening, and it worked.
It worked out well
for his schedule. B came on the show, and it been history from there, man. Every Tuesday. Give me all that best sports show on internet radio today, man.
7 years strong. Round of applause one more time, man. Consistency, man. Consistency. Love it.
And also, obviously, we guys know where you stand as far as Dak Prescott is concerned. But I gotta ask, what the hell are you guys gonna do with Daniel Jones?
Don't get me started, man.
That's a savage. That's a savage. He was waiting for this.
Jay, we gotta play him. We paid him all that money. He gotta show us. Was he worth all that money?
This is like against your will, though. He was like, we gotta pay him. I guess.
Yeah. But
right. Steve, listen. I don't think there's a trade market for Daniel Jones, which is why the Giants are pretty much stuck. That's why June is saying they have to play him because there's no trade market.
Well, I'll tell you what I've told every Giant fan. You're not the only first Giant fan that's been in that seat. It's been
shout out to D Sizzle.
Shout out to D Sizzle. You guys, your ownership dropped the ball big time because you had the decision of Saquon and Daniel Jones, and you guys did things backwards. Instead of tagging Daniel Jones and paying Saquon, which is what I would have done, you tagged Saquon and paid Daniel Jones because your owner believes that Daniel Jones is Eli Manning 3.0. And again, what that caused is a ripple effect. Now Saquon left in free agency, which I said on this show was going to happen. Of course he goes to the Eagles. Goes to Philadelphia. Dom DeMarco. And now you guys are stuck with another year where basically you have to play Daniel Pennies for this whole season, or up until he gets hurt again, or up until you guys swap him in for the quarterback. I do believe there's a strong chance that you guys are going to draft a quarterback. I don't know if it's going to be in the first round.
I hope it's not in the first round. I do not want to see this movie again.
How do you feel?
We talked about this before.
Because it was the sixth pick overall that Daniel Jones got picked. And I don't want to see it.
Steve chose violence. How do you feel?
It wasn't the sixth pick originally, remember. Y'all traded up.
We traded up in that drive?
Or did y'all have 2 picks?
They had 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, 2 first-round picks.
The second one, he was on Baker, who I don't think is in the league anymore. He's in the UFL right now.
No,
Baker?
No, it was
DeAndre Baker. No, cornerback from Georgia.
No, we had the 20th pick in that draft. We selected Dexter Lawrence out of Clemson.
Then you traded back into the first round to get DeAndre Baker. Yeah, right. Okay. So really, you had 3 first-round picks that year?
Yes, because I believe Daniel Jones would have fell right there
at 17.
At 17, it was 17. Yeah. It was 17.
Yeah. But you had a general manager that fell in full bloom love and
off a Senior Bowl practice, and I don't even think he would have gone. I don't know exactly. I don't know who else had a first-round pick on him that year, but I remember Merrill Hodge. He was still working for ESPN at the time. The very next day he got on First Take, he was like, "Giant fans, this one's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's not a matter of if this is gonna hurt. When this blows up in y'all face, y'all gonna feel it, and y'all feeling it right now."
Who I wanted originally in that draft, shout out to Jersey who just got paid today, Josh Allen.
Facts.
That's who I wanted. Montclair
Dom DeMarco.
Yes.
Dom DeMarco.
That's who I wanted.
And he's in Jacksonville, no state tax, so he's getting paid.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna get some money.
150 mil?
150 mil.
Getting baseball money.
Yeah.
And his quarterback is actually that G word.
Yeah,
the dreaded G word that
let me
we
get the X-Files music one more time, Steve. He gets the generational. We do every time a quarterback is generational to get the X-Files music.
Why?
Because it's not real. It's not real.
Who's generational?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is the media believes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you've heard it. Everyone on this desk has heard it. There's a set number of quarterbacks that get the give me the X-Files music. Give me it again. Come on, Steve.
What's the camera? What's the camera?
Here's my camera. They get the generational tag. So, and with that generational tag, it doesn't matter what they do in a regular season. It doesn't matter what they do in the playoffs. They get a pass. So Trevor Lawrence gets a pass. Justin Herbert gets a pass. Jalen Hurts gets a pass. Josh Allen gets a pass.
Yeah.
You got DJ Steve back there.
Oprah's in the building, apparently.
You see what I'm saying?
Golly.
It's just a handful of quarterbacks. It just doesn't matter. But again, quarterbacks that don't get that pass, our guy, Dak doesn't get that pass because he's not a generational guy. So
that's why you got clowns like Colin Clownherd, who actually thinks that they actually should trade him or get rid of him or draft a quarterback.
Yes. We'll get to everyone's
This is foreshadowing. This is foreshadowing.
Big facts.
All right.
Don't get me started with that.
All right,
Yes,
but also,
facts.
what also was interesting too is that I forget which one of you guys, or I don't know if it's both of you guys that are into professional wrestling. I know this gentleman right here to my right is a huge wrestling fan. Now I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, but I was, thanks to these guys in the building, I've actually been slowly but surely getting into it. And Wrestlemania this past weekend was just amazing, and I feel like I felt like it was definitely part of the Marvel universe. That's how epic it was.
Facts.
I heard about it.
And I was, needless to say, I was entertained, and now I feel like I'm in it more than I've been in a long time.
I mean, I'm old school with it. So I was, as you know, of course, as a kid growing up, I was into wrestling.
By the way, I just realized I'm such a hack because I told myself I was going to wear a Macho Man Randy Savage shirt today, and I forgot it. So that's
all good.
Give me a clown of the week already for me. I'm sorry, but continue.
No, I'm just saying, as a kid. So, I come from the era of, Bret Hitman Hart.
The GOAT.
Right.
The GOAT. Round of applause for the GOAT.
The Hulk Hogan, Undertakers.
Which is the one that Rick A said he's surprised he's not Cuban, was Scott Hall?
Scott Hall. Razor Ramon. The best actor.
Say hello to the back guy.
Right. But, like I said, as the years have gone by, I just have kind of like faded from wrestling.
Yeah. Hey, look,
it's not as entertaining anymore.
Well, here's where I'm kind of on the same boat as you, but not exactly. Okay. So I used to be into wrestling really as a kid. Like all those wrestlers you mentioned, those were my guys back then, especially Sting and Macho Man Randy Savage, and Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan and so on and so forth. Right. And then and Ugo knows the story. I actually stopped watching wrestling for two reasons. One, I was heartbroken when Hulk Hogan went to join the NWO. I took that to heart. I literally took that to heart. And then somebody saw how devastated I was that they were pointing out how wrestling is fake and this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know, you're crying over about it. And those two factors kind of made me, go away from it and never focused on it again up until recently. So, that's basically what happened to me.
Hey, I fell off too watching it because, as I started getting into sports, I just wanted to focus watching sports. So,
right.
But a couple of years ago, my guy that I do a podcast with, AB, Aaron Bowles, introduced me to his wrestling group that they have on Facebook called the Pro Wrestling Lounge, and shout out to those guys over there. And I was in the group and they was just posting stuff about wrestling, and and I kind of like started watching it again, like highlights. I would not watch 3 hours of wrestling. I would not do that. No more.
It's not for everybody.
Back in the day, I would have did that in the Attitude Era. I would have definitely did that. But like you said, the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months, definitely when Rock coming back in the
Rock came back, man.
It just gives you old time, like old vibes back again,
It give you viewers struggling.
Yeah.
That's what it gives me. I'm just saying. You asking The Rock to come back.
What did it for me to kind of like reel me back into it? And I'm such a guy when it comes to this. All he had to do was the carrot that I needed. He just needed to show me a picture of Bailey and Rhea Ripley.
The ladies.
Round of applause for the ladies.
The ladies.
Bailey, Rhea Ripley, mommy.
Yeah, the ladies are definitely better.
Bianca Belair, Jaden Carter.
I'm coming up with Trish Stratus.
Yeah, she's still a baddie.
Oh, she's
still a baddie.
Yeah,
she's like pushing 50 now. She's still a baddie.
Right. And
Rhea still looks good.
Yeah.
Stephanie McMahon. No, I'm good.
All right, well, fellas, again, appreciate you coming through on the show. So, so definitely check out their show, Off the Top Sports Radio on Squad Rubber Radio, streaming every Tuesday from 6 to 8. All right, so gentlemen, now let's get into the show. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So where should we start? We have plenty of ways to start. We can start with WrestleMania. We can start with the draft. We can start with the Yankees. They're rolling right now. Do you have that 2009 parade drop right now for the Yankees, Steve? I know you got it back there.
The Let's Go Yankees chant is there. We go.
Hey. All right. But I think it's only fair that football is king. So I guess we can start with the NFL draft that is in 2 weeks. So Ugo, I'll let you take it away because I know you've been dying to get down to this Cowboy talk for this.
Well, let's kick it off with our guest first.
Okay.
I'm gonna defer because he's a part of the nation. He's part of Cowboys Nation, and then I'll keep that same energy. Can you one more? There we go, Steve. There we go, Steve. So I'll kick it off to our guest.
It's okay, man. I got to deal with it every week.
I'll toss a question out to you, to my homie to my right.
EO in the building.
EO is in the building. Definitely in the building. So this off season, obviously free agency, the all-in moniker, the all-in lie told by Jerry Jones aside, how do you feel? What do you feel like the game plan is for Dallas since that our only free agent signing has been Eric Kendricks? And now we've got moves to make, obviously, via the draft and possibly bargain basement free agency, which we typically do. Yeah. We signed we signed our long snapper, Pro Bowler. Hey, what are you going to do there? What do you think the game plan is for the Cowboys heading into the draft and the rest of the offseason before OTAs and the preseason starts?
I think that their strategy is to fill spots of need. I think All In was about signing from within.
Facts.
I mean, I think they have 3 guys that they have to give contracts to. When you talk about Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons. So I think that's what it was about. I mean, when you think about it as a Dallas Cowboy fan, if you're upset about the fact that they didn't do anything in free agency, you haven't been a fan. They haven't been doing anything in free agency as far as splashing in free agency for the last maybe 15 years. So, they look at it as we're going to draft well and, get the bargain basement,
baby.
Right. They're going to do things that fit the, cap, because I think that's cap, because I don't think the cap is a real thing.
Dom DeMarco.
I think the Rams showed us a couple years ago, like, the draft is, the cap is not real.
Facts.
Come on. But, you can't tell Stephen Jones that. So,
no.
But I think
that's back clown of the week.
Yeah.
Raining.
I mean, listen, the hidden gem for the Cowboys, I think it would be much worse. I think I've been seeing, a lot of video clips and things of that nature, and it's just that they're saying that they're a terribly run organization. I have some belief in that. I think Will McClay is actually saving everything.
I mean, I've said this on the show.
As it pertains
to
Dallas.
Tell them that couple more. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Tell me when I'm telling
It's definitely Will McClay. Will McClay is the general manager that doesn't have the title.
Facts.
Official title.
Generational general manager? Is that what we're talking about now?
I mean, you got to understand that he's been drafting since 2016, and when you look at Dallas drafts since 2016, he's probably missed on maybe 2 of them.
Yeah.
So, last year's draft is just too early to say if he missed a hit or not. You usually have to give that about 3 years or so. So. If it wasn't for Will, and Will I trust, that's all I ever said. But no matter how much I keep trusting in Will, everything is led by, Jera.
Tom
DeMarco.
That's a savage.
Listen, everybody talk about, and they talk about the 30-year drought and stuff like that, and I'm like, and they blame Dak for it.
Hold my beer.
And I'm like, how do you blame Dak for 30 years of something? I said the common denominator of the last 30 years has been Jerry Rain or whatever they call him.
Jerry World.
Gerald Wayne. Gerald Wayne. That's his name. Gerald Wayne Jones. That's the guy that's been there for the last 30 years, man. And I don't. He's not going to sell the team.
No.
So it's like you got to deal with it. That's
too
a generation.
Much money coming in.
It's always going to that's going to be Jones forever. That's where his heir and his name will continue because that's going to be a family-run business for years to come until maybe one of the younger Joneses get upset.
Oh God,
decide.
Steven's going to take over.
So I don't know, man. I know linebackers need. I know running back is a need. And I know interior defensive tackle, there's some offensive line stuff that needs to be, worked out. So I'm not looking for, any of the splashes, even in the draft, like our fan base are.
Yeah.
I think they've been looking more towards guys that fit what Mike Zimmer, because he's now the defensive coordinator, likes to do. Guys that fit within the type of offense that Mike McCarthy wants to, run. And we'll see how it goes. What you think?
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This episode of Keep That Same Energy is brought to you by New York Posse, as well as Off the Top Radio, Off Top Sports.
Yeah, let's take a second to talk about our partners at New York Posse. New York Posse is a brand that strives to inspire and push creative culture forward. Check out all of their outstanding apparel at NewYorkPosse.com and follow them on social media. You can purchase New York Posse apparel at Levitate Mall in the American Dream Mall, as well as Palisades Mall, Butterfly, and Yonkers, and many other locations throughout the tri-state area. We also have a little bit of breaking NBA news. Drew Holiday has agreed to a $135 million extension to stay in Boston for 4 years.
Hey, my man. Throwing out bags today, man. It's bag day.
That's 3 guys Boston is paying now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That means they better win.
They have to.
If Boston don't get the chip this year,
No, they have to.
I actually think it is. I think it is Boston's year. Actually,
they have to. They have to.
And Milwaukee helped it be Boston's year.
Yeah.
By bringing back Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is the Jason Garrett of basketball. I've never seen a dude
That's a Savage, a Don DeMarco, and a Fat Joe.
I'm just saying.
I mean, listen.
Tell me what I'm telling lies. Tell me what I'm telling lies.
Listen, Doc has a ring now.
Jason's got two rings from as a player.
Yeah, come on. He just happened to be a benefit of the 90s Cowboys with him and Mike and Aikman. I get it. But as a coach, I mean, Jason Garrett's no longer. He went to be an analyst.
Yeah, he's gonna stay there.
And I knew that.
He will stay there.
I said he's gonna be an analyst when he finishes. There's no way he's
Former
gonna be able
Giant
to
too,
coach.
man.
Former Giant.
He went over there, and that offense was even worse.
And messed the whole.
And that's the thing. I don't mean to segue off, but that's the thing. Even when I think about Philly, right? Mm-hmm. People don't really realize how. This is another.
Dallas.
Not like a pat on the back for Dak. Mm-hmm. You had to deal with Jason Garrett, right?
Facts.
As a head coach and running the offense
And now
and
you're
doing all
dealing
of
with
that
Mike
stuff.
McCarthy.
And then Kellen Moore.
Mike
and then Kellen
McCarthy's
Moore
actually a little better though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, situationally, I think he's a little better.
Mike McCarthy,
I think he really knows the X and O's.
No, Mike is a better regular season head coach, a more consistent regular season head coach. Mm-hmm. Something that Jason Garrett never had back-to-back winning seasons. He never had back-to-back
listen,
playoff
Mike
seasons.
McCarthy became a bad coach when he became Dallas coach.
No,
that's the crazy part. Because everybody had respect for him when he was in Green Bay.
Well, I mean, you could also make the argument that Jerry was kind of maybe meddling.
I know Jerry is always meddling.
The issue with Mike McCarthy, Gerald Wayne.
I think we're gonna call him that from now on.
Gerald Wayne.
Gerald Wayne.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
The issue with Mike McCarthy's been consistent. Round of applause once again for Brian Broaddus. He covers the team. He was a scout with the Green Bay Packers during their Super Bowl year, and was a scout for the Cowboys. He works for our website now. He is still tapped into the building with Green Bay, and he was on Jesse Holley, Jersey native, former Cowboy. He was on his show about last week, and he kept it a buck. He kept it a bean. He's like, yo, we love Mike. Like, Mike's a good guy, but he's like, I know what the problem is with Mike. Mike has the same problem that got him fired in Green Bay. Mm-hmm. In the regular season, he's figured out how to win in the regular season consistently, which is hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard to do. There's a lot of bad coaches that are going to be fired that should have been fired a while ago that still haven't even figured that out.
Right.
But his playoff presentation, preparation, criteria, his planning, whatever, is basura. It's trash. It's some of the worst. He just doesn't understand situationally how to put together a game plan consistently to get the best out of his players in the playoffs. Think about this. All 3 of the Cowboy playoff disasters in the last 3 years under McCarthy, twice against the 49ers, last year against the Packers. All in the playoffs. All 3 years we played the worst game of the season in the playoffs. But it's Dak's fault. It's the quarterback's fault. Did he just? I said this on our show dozens of times. Did he just forget how to play quarterback in the playoffs? He just rolled out of bed. It was like, damn, I've never seen a third down progression. I don't know what to do here. Like no. Like the game plan and preparation going into the week is not good. Meanwhile, Matt LaFleur, he had the Packers looking like the Super Bowl Packers from '96.
Tell me when I'm
They came in there
The same Packer team that your Giants waxed on Monday Night Football.
Like, made him look average.
Oh my God, Tommy Cutlets.
As the scene progresses.
Tommy Cutlets. Tommy Cutlets was NFC Player of the Week against the same Packer defense that I'm watching Dak Prescott struggle with. But it's Dak's fault.
By the way, what a week in NFL that was, because while Tommy Cutlets was NFC Player of the Week, Zach Wilson was AFC Player of the Week as well. What a crazy time! What a time to be alive in the NFL that week.
Just saying. So the issue is, again, I'm in lockstep. I believe they're going to sign Dak long term. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. And the second that they do, the spotlight is going to go back on Mike McCarthy, as it should, because bro, you've been there for going on 5 years now, and 12 win seasons. Love that. Never got close to that with Jason Garrett, but we have that. But you have one playoff win in 4 years. You're not going to keep your job, bro. There's no way you can justify that. I've been saying that.
Now, I know we've been bigging up Jersey coaches, right? And Dan Quinn is another guy. Shout out to Morristown.
Morristown.
He gets some of that smoke, too.
No, he's going to get some of this smoke. Because how do you play a certain way for 15, 16 weeks and then come into a playoff game and do the total opposite?
At home.
You haven't been playing zone coverage all year. You have man-to-man guys, and you go into some type of zone. You're making it really comfortable. The pass rush is not getting there, and you have this young kid just throwing off his back leg, right leg, left leg, no legs.
Skip it.
I'm like, what is going on here? So, a lot of the Cowboys' blunders, honestly, people won't admit it, but when you dig deeper into the game, you can see that it's been a lot of defensive issues. Outside of maybe the one San Fran game, not last year, but the year before last.
Yeah.
The defense actually held their own. But in that playoff game, that divisional round game against the Rams, when they gave up 295 yards to C.J.
Anderson is still running.
He's still running.
C.J. Anderson still, his fat behind is still running.
You can't win like that. You can't win like that. So I just think that everybody has to put everything together. I think that Dak Prescott isn't any different from any other quarterback that plays. I mean, I've pointed out, and I think we did it on the show, when I pointed out the bad performances by the legends and the greats that y'all talk about, which included Brady, Favre, whoever you want to name, Aaron Rodgers, but their defense stepped up. It was a team thing that gave them the opportunity to basically have that moment in the game where they can, have that game-defining moment or that game-winning touchdown. So when I was saying about Philly, you got Kellen Moore. And for some reason,
Kellen Lutz.
And listen, Kellen Lutz, right? Because for some reason they believed that he was this great boy genius of an offensive coordinator under Dak Prescott.
He went to Madden University. That's what he went.
No, I get it.
The Madden University.
But that offense looked immaculate. And then they said, oh well, he's gonna go. Now I heard when he went to the Chargers, all I heard was Justin Herbert gonna be in the MVP talks.
Look,
that's what I heard. And their offense digressed.
Yes. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
But you also didn't have any favorites when you had Brandon Staley as your head coach.
Nah, I know you're gonna. Okay, you can go there with that, but at the same time,
I think it's part of the equation. I don't think it's the end all be all, but it's part of it.
But I also think that now his style, he likes drop back quarterbacks that can throw 40, 50, 60 times. That's not Jalen Hurts.
It's never been him.
So I'm desperate. I can't wait to see how this offense is going to look. I really
especially when you got a running back.
You have a running game, and the running game has never been anything popular with him.
Yes.
It hasn't been popular. So
I'll throw out a question, because I did this when Rick H was here. Shout out to Rick H. Love you, dog. He's also a New York Giant fan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he couldn't. Unfortunately, and he kept throwing strays at me because as a Cowboy fan, and I kept serving it right back to him, like Serena and Venus, bro. Like, come on, bro. So I'll ask you the same question that I'll ask Rick H.
And I think you also asked D Sizzle.
And I asked D Sizzle too.
All right, yes.
Why is it that The only quarterback that is punished for losing Super Bowls is Dak Prescott. Meanwhile, can I get the generational tag? Can I get the generational music? Meanwhile, wait, let me finish the question. Let me finish the question.
You mean punished for winning or punished for not
Punished
going
for not winning and not going to.
Okay.
Because again, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. You got DJ Steve on the board. You know what I mean? We've got Jalen Hurts as well.
Yeah.
We've got a host. They've been there.
Appearances don't mean
But they haven't won. They have not won.
And perform.
They have not won.
And perform.
But did he get that ring?
He performed.
He the first
Did he
loser.
get that ring?
First loser.
I'm talking about who.
But right, we just talked about defenses picking
wait, let me
the
finish.
quarterback up. Did y'all just use that excuse?
Let me finish
Not
that.
an excuse,
No, it's
it's
not
facts.
Did y'all just use that same excuse?
Let me finish.
Backed up,
Exactly.
Did y'all use that same excuse?
I'm like my cousin Vinny right now.
Before you get to your point, you'll have your rebuttal. But let me finish my point. Again, Dak has been in the league for 8 seasons. I said the same thing to Rick H. He was right here.
Seven.
Seven.
You know the hurt year.
True.
It was kind of
But
funny.
we'll
But I
count.
got you.
We still count.
Watch that previous episode, by the way.
Exactly. in his career, there have been 4 Super Bowl winners. 3 by Brady, 3 by Mahomes, 1 by Stafford, 1 by Nick Foles. Who is out here winning all these Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Who?
Nah,
Just tell me who. Who?
Listen.
Because all those generational guys, you can play the music one more time. All these generational guys, none of them got rings. But Dak, since he doesn't have any, he sucks and he's overrated and they got to get him out of there. Why do all the other guys get a pass? Please, the floor is yours. I'm going to shut up.
Like I always say on the show, he got that star on his helmet. He got
does
that
that
star.
even mean?
What does that even mean?
It's target practice. That star on the helmet is target practice for the media.
America's
That's what it is.
team.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's
Yo.
crazy.
America's team.
That's your answer?
Yes, you gotta get there.
That's wild, bro.
But why does he have to get there and they
He
haven't been
gotta
there
get
30
there.
years? It's been 30 years, so why does he have to get there? I think that the organization from the top has to put all the pieces, and I mean that
Facts.
come from the top. That
How
means
many pieces you need?
no.
though?
You're not understanding. Jerry Jones is not a football guy.
Gerald Wayne.
He's not. He's a
not.
great businessman. He's not a football guy. When the team was most successful was when he first came in. I guess he was desperate to win. He brought his guy Jimmy Johnson.
He let
Jimmy
Jimmy run that-
Johnson
ran everything.
ran that organization.
Ran everything.
His ego, which is as large as his pockets,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
Got him in trouble with that. And next thing you know, you let go of him because of your ego. You
Facts.
let go of Jimmy Johnson after
Facts.
2 Super Bowls. I get upset every time I think
I
about
do
it
too.
because
I've read books
it's
on it,
like,
bro.
do
It's
you
okay.
know how
It's
many
okay.
they
It's
probably
okay.
would have had
They would've been
had
the-
they just left it alone?
They've been the
Robert
Bulls.
Kraft
They've
had
been
no
the Bulls.
problem leaving it alone. Listen, Belichick, do your thing. I don't care how and I'm still and they still talk about Robert
You know he's
Kraft.
coming to Cowboys next year, right?
Belichick? Hopefully.
yes.
Hopefully.
No, I don't want that.
I love it.
Listen,
Him and Vrabel.
No.
Sign me up.
Vrabel's coming to New York. I'm
It's
sorry.
No,
outdated.
Salah's getting a re-sign.
Yeah.
Listen, it's outdated. It's the way Belichick outside of defense, because the defense was still top, but the way he wants to play offense is outdated. That time has passed.
Well, maybe he learned his lesson and he would actually hire somebody that would actually take
Not
the reins.
Nate McDaniel. Not Nate McDaniel.
McDaniels, yeah.
Right.
If he brings somebody that's not McDaniel, sign me up. Sign me up. But if he brings McDaniel, it's a no for me too. Yeah.
Listen,
no
we
for me,
making all
dog.
of these changes, and we can't change the main thing. We can't change.
Well,
everything.
I also put there on the table. I also put there on the table that because Joe Beningo, shout out to Joe Beningo on the
Love you,
World
Joe.
Event
Love you,
podcast,
Joe.
he actually believes that Bill Belichick will not coach in the NFL ever again. But I do think that this is a possibility on the
might
table.
not want to. He old.
Yeah, but I also said, but I also said that what could be on the table is he goes the Tom Coughlin route and becomes an executive like Coughlin did with the
Oh,
Jacksonville.
then he
Jaguars.
definitely wouldn't come to Dallas then.
No.
That's crazy. If he
That's
goes
the
that
only.
route,
That's
yeah.
the only thing. Or the third option was he would join Fox Sports or something like
Oh
that.
God! to win a chip, and then we'll keep it moving. To win a chip, let's see if you guys sign off on this. I've always believed you need 3 things. You need a front office. You need the players, obviously, which is tied into the front office.
Yes.
But most importantly, you need the coaching. You need all 3. If you don't go 3 for 3, you're not going to win a chip. I feel like everyone is bought in now. We can all agree this is Patrick Mahomes' world. We're all living in it. True. He's the quarterback. He is generational. You can play the music against time. He is the generational guy. He's the guy now. But you look at Brett Veach, how he's running that GM. You look at Andy Reid, the head coach, and you look at the player personnel that they keep bringing in year in, year out to reload. They lost Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
They lost Juju. They lost Honey Badger.
Yes.
They almost lost Chris Jones. He didn't really play. He missed most of this season.
Yes.
But they still in the playoffs, on the road no less, on the road, got busy and still won a chip because they have all three. I feel like in Dallas, and I really feel like with you guys too, I feel like when you guys won your 2 chips, you at least were able to unlock Eli for a playoff run, but you had the other 2 in place. You had the defense, you had the pass rush, you had the offensive line, you had the coaching. Steve Spagnuolo was there as well. And again, but most importantly, you had the coach. You had the coach in Coughlin. Since you guys have left Coughlin from McAdoo to Shermer to Judge,
and now I like Brian Dable. I think he's a good.
I like Dable, but you're on rebuild number 5. Like I'm number 5.
They regress.
And you know, Ugo also pointed this out on Twitter, Twix, whatever you want to call it, where you know somebody said that you know Daniel Jones is the type of person that gets people fired. It's not a matter of if it's when or what.
Facts. So same with Drake May.
Yeah. So so you got Gettleman gone, you got Judge gone, you got Shermer gone. At least Shane and Dable know that we know not to stay attached to this guy because we want to keep our jobs.
You forgot McAdoo too.
McAdoo. No, he wasn't with Jones.
He was no, but McAdoo was right before. Well, I'm saying he's a part of that legacy of one of the rebuilds. He's in one of those rebuilds post Coughlin.
Right, but I'm talking about specifically when it applies to Jones.
Jones, though, yeah, you're right.
Do y'all feel like Jones had, because you just named the 3 key things that you need to win?
Yes.
Right.
Do you feel like he had the right players around him? Has that front office put
Saquon?
Generational.
That's it. That's where you stop.
That's savage. He's savage.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, you can't say you definitely can't say Evan Neal. That's for sure.
Nah, hell no. Hell no.
I can say
flip a burger somewhere.
Has he had the right players around for him to be successful?
Your GM was one of the worst I've ever seen in my life.
And
Gettleman?
Okay.
He was awful. He was awful.
Now hold on. Let me add this. So yes, I do agree that you do need players, but a part of a quarterback's job is to make the players around him better. And Daniel Jones did not have that capacity.
He didn't this year.
No,
he didn't make any of his players better.
Who? Daniel Jones.
Yeah. We're talking about Daniel Pennies. We're talking about Daniel Jones.
His name is Daniel Jones. I don't do the Dom shit. I'm sorry stuff. Dom stuff, but I'm just, like with Daniel Jones, I understand the talent part, and I always say it starts up front. We always talk about on the show how it starts in the trenches, right?
Facts, big facts.
I don't think he's really had the offensive line to protect him, and he certainly hasn't had the weapons. When you start talking about, Sterling Shepard and company. Because I don't really know the other guys.
Harris Campbell.
I get it. And then they took away his safety blanket, which was Saquon.
It was.
Or not took away. They refused to pay. To keep the guy that protects you.
They had 2 years to sign it.
Absolutely. And that's the thing that June was really upset because he said, he has this false loyalty going on. You don't go. Listen. You don't go to the ops.
You don't go to the ops.
And it's like,
you don't go to the ops.
The fact that they're calling him Snakewan is crazy.
That's nasty work, bro.
No, listen to this.
I'm sorry. That's nasty.
We're not saying you are, but it is out there.
I gotta make a point of view about this because Saquon in numerous interviews and talking, on different podcasts and different platforms, he expressed so much how he wanted to continue to be a Giant. He wanted to be a Giant.
Big facts.
But how can you be something when they don't offer you a contract?
No, again,
you can't
and then you have your bozo owner who actually got sick that he went to Philly, but you could have kept him.
Your
sick.
owner,
I'm sick. I could have kept him.
Your owner made it up in his mind, and we'll move after this. Your owner made it up in his mind that your quarterback was the priority. And again, your quarterback shouldn't have been the priority on draft day. He shouldn't have been the priority at the Senior Bowl. He should have been the priority in the workouts on film. He's not it. I'm like, name me the last quarterback out of Duke that didn't play for Mike Krzyzewski as a basketball player. I'll sit here and wait. I'll wait.
How long is refresh my memory? And I'm not trying to be facetious here. How long has Daniel Jones been in the league? 5
This
years?
is his year
Five.
No,
Six.
this is
Year
year
six.
6
This is
coming
year
up.
6. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is because usually in football, with a quarterback specifically, you have a 2 to 3 year window to figure out what you have.
Right.
If we're in year 5 about to go into year 6 and you still don't know what you have, then you don't have the guy.
You ain't
Period.
it. You
Point
ain't
blank
it.
period.
You ain't it.
You don't even have to know X's and O's to know that. You just need to know common sense.
Yep.
So I don't know where the stubbornness comes from. Maybe he's just in love with the fact that he looks like Eli Manning 2.0. I don't know what it is. I'm not in his head.
Nowhere near.
But I don't know.
Nowhere near.
It's all right, man.
I don't
You guys
understand.
gotta get a quarterback. I don't know if it's this year.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about your draft.
Now, shout out to D Sizzle from Bear Pong Sports, but he told us this. He felt like he would go ballistic if this happened. What if the Giants actually picked JJ at number 6?
Listen, I pray for
I'm trying to be nice.
Please do it.
Yo, Steve,
I'm
Please
against.
do it,
Yo,
Giants.
Steve, you got that music? You got that music? Dun
No.
dun dun.
If that happens come
There
April
you go.
25th, Jay,
No,
that happens,
please.
Jay,
Please.
I'm gonna lose it.
Please.
This kid do not have the.
I will go to Newark, downtown Newark, and give you a hug if that happens.
Please.
I will lose it.
I see Brock Purdy 2.0.
Oof.
That's what I see.
No.
Or as your brother calls him, Brock
From
Montana.
JJ McCarthy, I see Brock Montana. Actually, my bad. I see Brock Montana 5.0.
Oof.
He threw one touchdown in the fourth quarter all season. All season.
That's a 17 season.
I'm trying to figure out if you're saying
17
he's
games.
good or
Good and
bad.
bad, yeah.
What is Brock Purdy?
I mean, Brock Purdy looked like he a good quarterback under that Shanahan
he's
He's a
system.
system quarterback. Yeah.
He's mid.
Hey, listen.
Brock Purdy is big mid energy.
No.
BME.
You could have put Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl and you still would have got the same result because it's just a plan of Kyle Shanahan.
Jawan Jennings had as many touchdown passes as Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl.
Question.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. He's big mid energy. And
Right.
JJ McCarthy. If I'm wrong, I'll get right on the show. I'll wear his jersey. What I see, I said the same thing about Will Levis coming out of college. I see a dude that is a certified backup and is big mid energy. Tell me what I'm telling
But they
lies.
gassing
I've been
him.
saying
Listen,
it.
listen.
Of course,
Gassing him right now.
of course. But they do this every year in the
Wait,
draft.
but so what do we say about how do we feel really about not Mike McCarthy, about Kyle Shanahan? Like, is he really genius? Or like, or do you find spots where
I
he
think
falls
he's just a
short?
victim of circumstance in the moment. Like, you know what he is, and you're gonna love this. He is a much better version of Kellen Moore. That's what he is. He is the upgraded. He's the upgraded version of Kellen Moore. He is what Kellen Moore aspires to be.
Yo, you chose violence this morning. Bro.
Oh
You
my
rolled
God!
out of that.
I'm a Jets fan. I choose violence every day, baby.
That's the first time I heard that.
That's the first time I heard
That's
that.
just
Wow.
like. But when you think about it,
What did you say before?
it's been a
before the show?
no.
What did you say before the show? We professionals here, baby. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, June, the falling short. There's been a lot of falling short with Kyle Shanahan ever since he was with Atlanta as an OC.
As a coordinator.
I mean, he calls them a championship by just running plays that
passing.
don't even need
By
to be
passing.
ran.
What's that term
Right.
you say? Walmart bargain bin, whatever.
Oh, bargain basement.
Bargain basement.
Bargain basement, bro.
That's what Kellen Moore is. He's bargain basement Kyle Shanahan. That's what he
Great
is.
value. Great value.
Yikes.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, listen.
Welcome to your BTV Sports, fellas.
This is what we do. Kyle doesn't know. No, to go off his point, Kyle does not give a flip and flap about his quarterback. He doesn't care about quarterback. He wants a guy that can run my system. And again, they try to spin this narrative, especially Lynch and York and all their
Trey
executives.
Lance.
But
Yes,
no,
they were just like,
that was Kyle's guy. Maybe he jumped out the window.
man,
They got it wrong.
Well,
Let's just put it where it was.
I'ma
He got
say-
it wrong.
He jumped into your window now.
I'm
so.
gonna say this one more time. They had Brock Purdy was never supposed to see the field. York can say whatever he wants, Lynch can say whatever he wants. Kyle was like, listen, after a couple practices, I was like number 3, the Brock guy, he's the best one. If that were the case, why
would've
wasn't
played him.
he would have started day one. He wasn't even active. He wasn't even active to start the
And
season.
because of their stubbornnness, you know that they're gonna pay Brock too.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have no choice. I can't wait till he gets $50 million a year because all these talk shows.
Jimmy Garoppolo
Yep.
2.0.
All these talk shows, you think they're going to be able to keep Debo and Kittle and Ayuk and McCaffrey? Like, McCaffrey's got another 3 to 4 years
Well,
at
Ayuk
best because he's a running back.
Ayuk might be
Ayuk might be out of there anyway.
He might.
Because again, San Francisco does. Kyle cares about his system, and that's why they keep losing to Kansas City because Andy Reid and Spagnuolo, they know how to beat that system. And as soon and Detroit, up until Dan Campbell wanted to start playing poker and blackjack in the fourth quarter, they knew how to stop that system too. But as soon as somebody in the NFC figures out that system, San Francisco gonna look how they did before Kyle get there. And mark my words, I said what I said.
So switching gears here. First of all, I love that same energy. I love it. You guys did. Round of applause for everybody here. Yeah. We chose violence. We kept that same energy the whole night. So I need to. Well, actually, let's get the sponsors in here real quick. We got to show the respect too. Let's take a second to talk about New York Posse. New York Posse is a brand that strives to inspire and push creative culture forward. Check out all of their outstanding apparel at NewYorkPosse.com. Come and follow them on social media. You can also purchase New York Posse apparel at Levitated in the American Dream Mall, as well as Palisades Mall, Butterfly in Yonkers, and many locations throughout the tri-state area. So, fellas, I need help. Okay, obviously I'm a Jets fan, so I need more than help. I need therapy. I need everything. So, I mentioned before on the show, offseason's looking pretty good. We look good on paper, but again, I'm a Jets fan. I've seen this movie plenty of times. I feel like I'm watching a Scorsese movie or a Tarantino movie. I know how it ends. So I have three stellar gentlemen to my sides right here. I need you guys to somehow, if you can, convince me that this is actually going to be a good season because I don't see it. We look good on paper, but we got older guys. We saw what happened to Aaron Rodgers last year, 4 plays into the season. We can't. We don't even have our own stadium. We have a.
They said the clips lasted longer than Aaron Rodgers.
Savage. I saw that. Savage.
Okay, look who chose violence next.
Savage.
And we got an owner who's more interested in playing either politics or trying to be Sexy Red's baby sugar daddy. So
Savage.
I need you guys to help me. Guys. Prevent me from going off the cliff.
Okay.
What are we gonna do here, please?
Listen,
anyway.
if injuries, and we know injuries is part of the game, but if you stay healthy, especially at the quarterback position, if you're able to keep Aaron Rodgers upright, you'll have a shot. The defense is going to be.
Tell me something I haven't heard.
Listen,
please.
the defense is going. Hey, listen, that's all you can live with right now. I mean, the defense is the defense. The defense is they're going to play. You guys pretty much swapped out. I think y'all probably ended up with the better guy when you got Hassan Reddick coming over there.
Jersey guy.
Yeah, he's back home. So
Camden, baby.
That helps. And like I said, offensive wise, as long as you can keep Aaron Rodgers upright, I mean, you have the weapons on the outside that he will be able to get the football to. No, I'm
you
just
sure
saying.
about that?
Yeah, I'm saying. No, he will.
Sure about that?
Listen, they're gonna work him in slowly because at the end of the day, you're talking about him coming off an Achilles injury at 40. That's not something that's easy to do.
There's no amount of peyote in the world that's gonna.
That's savage. That's savage.
So we'll see how much work he's putting into the rehab and those types of things. And like I said, if they protect Aaron Rodgers and he plays the majority of the season, at least 13 or more games, the Jets should be fine.
Ugo, does Aaron Rodgers play a full 17, or if not, how many games does Tyrod Taylor play in the season?
Aaron's gonna play somewhere between 10 to 12 games.
Okay.
10 to 14 games. 10 to 14 games. I'll be generous. 10 to 14 games.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
most
I'll
of the
take it. I'll take it.
You'll take that 40.
It's more than what we had last year. That's for sure.
I'll relay what. Shout out to Mongo. I love you, dog.
Yeah, shout out Mongo. I love you, bro.
Also a fellow Jet fan, long-suffering Jet fan.
Yes.
He said that you guys are going to go 12-5, and I agree. I believe that you guys had the #1 ranked defense last year, which you did on paper. That defense just got better.
It did get better. Hassan Reddick.
And I believe
and we still got Sauce Gardner.
You still got Sauce. You still got Quinnen Williams.
And Solomon Thomas still.
I feel like you guys are going to have a really solid draft.
He's a good leader.
A solid draft class.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You guys have figured out the draft, in my opinion. I like what you guys are doing there.
The last couple of years.
Last couple of years for sure. I feel like McDonald is going to take another step forward.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are already a good team.
Will CJ Mosley be effective, or will we start to receive even more decline?
I feel like in that defense, he doesn't have to be the guy. Like he's not.
He's definitely the quarterback of that defense.
He is. But your pass rush and your back end is more important than your linebackers, in my opinion. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
Okay.
So with that being said, I feel like you guys have upgraded everywhere that you had deficiencies, it's going to be health because this is a 1-year window right now.
Yes.
You guys are literally going in all in.
Because we don't have a plan for 2025.
No.
I don't know what it is.
Oh no, you guys are tanking for two is like third cousin or whatever. So again, you guys, if you guys stay healthy. You guys stay healthy. You guys should win 12 games, end your playoff drought, which I will be happy just for that, and you should be happy just for that.
I mean,
just to see
Do you realize,
playoffs, like you should be happy.
Playoffs?
What if the Jets are in the quarterback market? Second round. Third
I
round.
think they should. No, he knows I've been saying this.
You should.
You guys should draft the quarterback
because you have an older guy.
Two old guys.
Somebody slips to the second round because I think you guys are going to use your first rounder on an impact player for this year.
Okay.
But somebody in the second round that you guys like slips there. Take your quarterback now because Aaron Peyote is leaving. Yeah. He's not going to play past this
now.
year.
As far as the draft is concerned, who would you take at 10, or would you do what I suggest? Is trade down and get more picks that way to build up going into 2025.
I think you select the best player available right there.
Facts.
At 10.
Don't you still?
He's willing to Brock Bowers. Is that who you would take?
Yes.
Oh, if Brock is there, take him.
Yeah, take him.
Yes.
Take him.
I think I fixed the line through the free agency.
How?
I think they fixed that. Yes.
They got better.
Who replaced Makai back then?
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith.
Yeah, it's a Tyron first.
And Tyron's also got Morgan Moses.
Listen,
Tyron is 34.
Tyron's gonna play about 9 to 10 games.
That's what you want,
right? And Morgan Moses.
It's better than what they have now.
By the way, isn't Mekhi Becton going down to Dallas or something like that?
He's coming. Jamal Adams is coming. Gang's all here. We already re-signed Chuma Adoga. Listen, Gang's all here. Gang's all here. Tom Tuchil's coming out of retirement.
Oh my God.
No more Kevin Nash.
All right, we're up against the clock. We got to get to our favorite segment a little bit, but let's try to sneak in a little bit of Cody Rhodes finishing the story at WrestleMania. So you guys are the WrestleMania fanatics here, so
I'm gonna listen.
You're good. I'll kick it off and I'll pass it to you and take it home. Congratulations, Cody Rhodes. You got one of these finally. His dad unofficially won a championship, but never officially won one. So this is
that. Sorry.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
And his brother's
Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
Dusty
and his
Rhodes.
I know it's daddy.
And his brother was Goldust. His brother's Goldust.
Goldust. Okay, Goldust little brother. All right, here we go. Now we talking about something.
There you go.
Okay.
But congratulations, Cody. He finished the story, and now it sets up Cody Rhodes and The Rock possibly for SummerSlam. And I might, if it's anywhere near Jersey, I might actually go for that.
Yeah.
I might actually go for that. But congratulations, Cody Rhodes, the new Universal / WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Now you know. Okay.
Nice.
Now you know that I've slowly but surely been getting back into wrestling.
Yep.
But you were there. You and Steve were both there, and Marv was there. Shout out to Marv. How hyped was everybody, including myself, when you heard that gong of the Undertaker?
It was the Avengers.
Oh my God!
It was the Avengers.
It was epic.
Ask Steve. It was the Avengers Endgame. Like you had John Cena come back. You had the Undertaker come back. Yeah. Stone Cold. We thought he was coming back.
Yeah.
We thought Bret Hart and Stone Cold were coming back.
I thought Randy Savage was coming back from the dead.
Exactly. Like it was Avengers. It was Avengers Endgame.
That
bro.
finish
These guys
was crazy.
are so old. How did they continue to come back?
By the way, how great was that Randy Orton kick?
Oh my God, yes. Shout out to Randy. The bottle cap went flying.
No cap.
Yeah. No, it was. I got Avengers Endgame feelings.
Yeah.
Because that's what it took to beat Rollins. That was
Hey,
amazing.
listen. When I heard that dong, I went crazy. I'm like,
We all did.
Oh my God, yeah.
Undertaker.
Steve jumped off the couch. I jumped off the couch.
It brought me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
Remember, this was my childhood. The Undertaker was part of that. And when I heard that, I was like, no.
But a quick round of applause. We gave one to Cody as the new champion, as well as Damian Priest. He gets a round of applause. He won his first championship.
Damian Priest and Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge?
Jesus Christ.
Yes. They were like the same height. It was crazy. It's crazy. And a round of applause for Roman Reigns on an amazing title run.
Definitely.
The longest title run since Hulk Hogan, I think.
Yeah.
He carried the WWE.
Yes. Through COVID,
everything.
Our tribal chief, we acknowledge you.
All right.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, round of applause one more
Steve
time.
the Stack
Round of
Guy.
applause one more time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment. Steve, cue the music! Hey. All right.
That's fire.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode, this portion of Clown of the Week is brought to you by the First Class Second Place Podcast, the Ugo Boy Podcast, Off the Top Sports Radio, and of course, Bravery Studios. All right, guests of honor, please give us, let's start off with you, B. Who is your Clown of the Week?
Man, my Clown of the Week goes to Tyreek Eason from the Houston Rockets. Mr. Warriors, come out and play. While he doesn't even play.
Savage.
And also, and they hadn't even officially caught the Warriors when he did that. They were still like a game behind, but ever since he did that, the Warriors have been scorching hot. Just picking up another win last night against the Lakers. So, and they have officially been eliminated.
Yeah. Side note, he's actually a Rockets fan.
I'm a
too.
Rocket fan.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry.
So listen, Jalen tried, but he got teammates like
At least you got a
Tyreek
good
that's
coach.
Not doing anything.
Yeah, we got the coach. We just laid the
Next
foundation.
year you'll be. The foundation was laid this year. You'll be back.
The
Next
Rockets will be a playoff team next year.
Yeah. All right. So June, please do us the honors.
please,
Who is
please.
your Clown of the Week?
It might not be a clown to y'all, but the clown to me, Calipari.
Calipari. Whoa. Calipari, really?
Kentucky, you leave Kentucky for Arkansas? I understand the money.
That's great.
The money
That's
is
crazy.
there, but come on, man. You're not gonna. If you ain't winning Kentucky, you're not gonna win in Arkansas.
That's wild.
I don't know. He might get some players. He's definitely gonna get the players in there. It is John Calipari, but come on, man. It's first round exit out in a tournament every year. So John Calipari.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
bound Arkansas.
That's a Don DeMarco right there.
That's a Don DeMarco.
All right.
That's Don
Hugo,
DeMarco.
you've been waiting all week for your Clown of the Week.
Oh man.
All right.
This was.
I said what I said.
I said what I said, man. Let me get CM Punk. Tell me when I'm telling lies real quick. Let me get CM Punk real quick.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Easy Clown of the Week. He's on Mount Clownmore. I think I've been keeping count. This is his 4th or 5th time as Clown of the Week. Colin Cowherd, come on down.
I'm not surprised.
Big Bozo energy. We got the t-shirts on the way. Big Bozo energy, bro. Yo, this guy. I can't even say with straight face. This guy said on today's episode. I saw the clip. I saw the clip on Facebook. I don't watch this show. I don't watch this trash.
Me neither.
He said that at 24, easy. The Cowboys should definitely take a quarterback at 24. We should take Bo Nix or Michael Penix at 24. Yes, that face. Yeah, I'm like, go tight on that face. Right in the camera. That face, right there.
I like Michael Penix. I do, but I don't want him. Not at 24.
I love Michael Penix too, but at 24, Bo Nix at 24 is insane. That's
Bo Nix is a day 3 guy.
If that. The only thing wilder than Bo Nix at 24 is JJ McCarthy at anywhere in the first round.
If you take him anywhere in the first round, that's
you playing yourself.
I honestly think he's going to Minnesota.
He is.
I think Minnesota.
He's going in the first round, but again, Brock Purdy 5.0. That's what I see. But anyway, Colin Clownherd. He for some reason he hates Dak Prescott, but it's all good. We know you're a clown, bro. That tape was a clown. Your show's a clown. Your hatred for Dak Prescott's a clown. The Cowboys are not taking a quarterback at 24. And again, when they re-sign him, you're gonna look like a fool, just like you did the last time you said that the Cowboys shouldn't re-sign him. You and Dan Orlovsky. So congratulations, you clowned yourself.
All right. So I was. Oh yeah.
He's been waiting all week for Clown of the Week.
All right. So I could have gone in a couple different directions here. I could have gone with Mike Francesa, who said that if the Jets don't take Brock Bowers or Joe Alt in the draft, that the front office should be quote unquote shot. I mean,
that's crazy.
As far as I'm concerned, there's only one person shooting blanks in that era right there. So, but this is actually very serious. One thing I gotta say is that sports is entertainment. We all love sports. It gets us away from our everyday lives and so on and so forth and all the tribulation tribulation that we go through. Now, I'm sorry for your Mets right now. They're not looking too good right now. So, Francisco Lindor has looked awful this season. I understand that. It's going to take some time, but he has looked awful. But what I don't like is when you have these curmudgeons and these clowns on social media that are actually using threats of violence to Francisco Lindor and his family just because he's not playing up to his par right now. I don't understand it. I think it's clownish. I think it's deplorable. all you fake ass Met fans out there that are choosing this violence that is unnecessary and everything, shame on you guys. You guys are my clown of the week.
He said what he said.
Mike drops.
Yes.
Said what he said.
Yeah. All right. Now let's get into something positive. Now.
Oh yeah, let's get the music.
Let's get the chariots of fire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the Hero of the Week. This segment of Hero of the Week is brought to you by New York Posse, as always, as well as Things Galore, First Class, Second Place podcast, and the You Go Boy podcast. We got a brand new episode that just dropped, Sports Talk with Mongo, and you got a new episode that just dropped too.
Yes.
Episode number what?
128.
Episode 128 for him, episode 41 for me. So I gotta catch up.
Yeah. You'll get there.
Yeah. So. Yes. One more Scott Hall.
You go, boy.
All right. So, your hero of the week. Who's your hero of the week, my good man?
Oh man, my hero of the week is Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dawn Staley.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
South Carolina head coach. She definitely got to be put in that GOAT conversation when you start talking about one of the greats of all time. Totally different team from last year.
Thanks.
And also going up against America's sweetheart and, the referees and whatever else that comes with that.
I like that.
But, she coached this team well. And I was accidentally calling her Jackson yesterday. My apologies. Raven Johnson. Played her tail off. Talking about a revenge tour personally for herself. The infamous wave off to only come back and lock one of the best scorers this game has ever seen up in the second half, limiting her to only 9 points and, being the leader out there and leading that team to a championship. Kudos. So those are my two heroes, Raven Johnson and Dawn Staley.
All right. June, real quick.
Stole my thunder.
Yeah, we will.
They stole my thunder, but trying to think, hero of the week, man. I can't think of no one. Well, overall, women's college basketball.
Yeah,
Overall, man, what they've been doing this last month, definitely putting the college game and women's college game back on the map. The ratings. Over 18?
18.7.
They outdid the men.
this week.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And the time that they was playing 3 o'clock in the middle of the afternoon.
During the day.
Smart scheduling by the women's. They
Facts.
did it before WrestleMania.
Facts.
College women's basketball.
Okay, all right.
Mine real quick. I got two of them. The first one, Juan Soto.
Yes!
Juan Soto. Yankees have the best record in baseball. I'm definitely going to get to a bunch of games this year. I'm rocking the hoodie. Sorry about your Mets, man.
That so does not matter at 11 games. But go ahead.
Hey, listen, I'll take it. Listen,
And I'm a Yankee fan too. But I'm not. I can't.
We'll
get
take it.
into
We'll take it. It's early, but we'll take it. And
I got you.
my other one real quick. Dan Hurley.
Shout out to Jersey.
Jersey right there.
Dan Hurley.
He was one of my coaches in college at St. Benedict's. I love him. Back-to-back national championships. He's so goated, and the plan is to get him on one of our shows in the future. So we're gonna try to make that happen. But Dan Hurley, love you, dog. Congratulations to UConn, back-to-back national championships in the men. Yahtzee.
All right. Super real quick. My hero of the week, Ugo Boy from the Ugo Boy podcast. In his feature film, What Lives Here, premiered at Smile Castle this past weekend.
Thank
Seeing
you.
that beautiful face on that screen, you did a great job, fantastic. Shout out to the cast and crew of What Lives Here. You guys did a phenomenal job. Very proud of you guys. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode of Yo BTV Sports. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank you to our guests from Off the Top Radio Sports for joining us. We really appreciate it. Check out our guest spot on their show next week.
Yes.
Appreciate it. It's going to be a great time. Guys, fellas, good luck. Thank you for coming up here. Really appreciate it, man. All right. Yep, let's get into it.
Like it or don't like it, learn to love it because it is the best thing going today.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say who's on the beat, cause you should know that by now. Ha, check it. Hey yo, music's on my mind, like my 5950, I ain't lying. Ha, check it. Yo, this ain't a fitted song, this a get with it song.